have lost count of how many times people have looked at me with soft concern and decided I must be lonely just because I choose to remain quiet and in the background. This is easy to tell by the extra invitations, the insistent nudging to participate, the sympathetic look, and lastly, the way my decision to remain silent in a social bubble is treated as something to be fixed. Over time, being made this way begins to have an effect, and this is because a state that supports my well-being is repeatedly approached as though it signals a lack. That creates tension, and at some point, I have to start adjusting how I occupy space, which comes with the unhealthy urge to over-explain myself every time I need to stay by myself. It gets so serious that what was once a simple preference and necessity slowly becomes something I have to mentally manage. I'm not lonely, I promise. I know what loneliness is, and that is not why you see me sitting alone, keeping to myself. My social battery is down, I need to recharge. I'm not interested in what is going on in the party, hence why I decided to stay outside. I don't want to be at the party to start with, I'm just fine. Whatever my reason is, it has nothing to do with loneliness, I promise. Loneliness is a psychological state marked by the feeling of wanting connection and not having it. Research in psychology consistently defines loneliness as a gap between desired and actual social connection. It is characterized by a sense of lack, yearning, and painful isolation. In fact, research shows that chronic loneliness triggers stress responses and is harmful to both mental and physical health. Solitude, on the other hand, is a chosen state. Studies on personality and well-being shows that many introverts experience positive emotions during time alone, including calm, clarity, and restored energy. And on a personal level, if I go too long without having a good alone time, I feel disconnected with myself. The key difference is consent and effect. Loneliness is imposed, and a person who is lonely might get stressed from the imposed isolation. On the other hand, solitude is selected. It's a choice, and the aftermath of it is a replenished soul. That means that me actively seeking out solitude as an introvert is my soul seeking a sanctuary. Please, your well-intentioned efforts to rescue me from a quiet must be reconsidered. The sympathetic look, the forced inclusion, the pressure to be more social, these acts, however kind, are invasive and dismissive. They communicate that my natural state is wrong, that my way of being requires correction. Which it doesn't. And on a serious note, I honestly need society to accept the fact that well-being has multiple valid expressions, and one of them is choosing to be alone. This way, introversion will be allowed to exist without explanation. Loneliness deserves care and attention, I know, but solitude also deserves respect, and confusing the two helps no one. So learn the difference and treat people as each occasion requires. Bye.